This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in the mountains up above Golden, Colorado. This company, Preservation Solutions, has been providing quality products for the care and restoration of leather and of wood. I am here with the president, owner. First of all, I want to thank you for joining me, Kim. Why don't we begin? You have personally over 35 years experience in tanning, leather, that type of thing. What is it that got you involved in this industry?
Well, it's a family-run business. This industry was founded by my stepfather, and he wanted to semi-retire, so my family purchased it, and we relocated it from Maine to Denver, Colorado 4 years ago.
We're talking about two very natural materials, wood and leather, so it's pretty fitting that you guys feel it's important to treat that material with non-toxic, very natural ingredients.
That's one thing that we do pride ourselves on, that all of our products are non-toxic, non-hazardous, there's no harmful fumes, and it's safe for the user and for the products that are being treated.
So we're talking about safe for the user, safe for the products being treated on. Is this also why you're able to ship it pretty much anywhere?
Exactly. We ship domestically as well as globally.
Are certain regulations of things you can ship as far as solutions and products like that?
There are, and we have strict regulations depending on what country it's going into, but we do meet all of those regulations as far as the VOC content in all of our products, and they're classed under non-hazardous.
So I imagine it all starts out with the finest raw material available, and is this a U.S. made product?
It is. All of the raw materials come from the U.S. and everything is manufactured and bottled by us here in Golden.
I imagine you've got some ingredients that are going to go into the bottles there. I imagine it's just as important what goes in the ingredients as what doesn't go in. Share with me some of the maybe dangerous solutions that we're not going to find in your product.
In the wood treatment products, we do use a solvent base on some of them, but it's a very high flash point solvent base, so it's very safe to use. And on our leather products, we don't use anything that's harmful as far as solvents as well, and everything that's in our leather products is also safe for the leather as well, so there's nothing in there that will build acid over time or promote deterioration.
Anymore, we're a society where we're trying to create a one-stop fix. We sometimes bypass quality. We see combination products out there like a cleaner and possibly a conditioner. Is that something that you recommend here or something you steer away from?
That's something we definitely stay away from, because we have found that a surfactant, which is in a cleaner, does not go well with the conditioner, so they're not compatible. So it's very important to use a separate conditioner and a separate cleaner for your leather items.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all, you really take more of a customized approach for each type of leather that's out there.
Exactly. We have products that will treat leather that's in any type of condition. We sell a lot to museums, so we have to be sure that the conditioners we use are safe for the leather.
Share with us on the leather end. That's obviously what got the business started here. What is your most popular product? Or what is the flagship product that really guys got you going? And is there new products always coming out?
You know, we do custom products, custom blending for customers, because we have found that each customer, especially museums, have very unique products that they need to treat. So our Leather Saver is our most popular conditioner, and that's a conditioner made just for treating leather couches or automobile seats, or we've also got a saddle and tack conditioner to treat equestrian tack. We've got restoration conditioners that will treat antique leather that's safe. We've got it for antique leather books, which is safe for the book bindings, and just any type of leather condition we can treat.
So we're talking about small items, we're talking about larger items like saddles. People have a lot of money invested in their leather anymore.
Exactly, especially the leather restoration folks that we sell to. It's very important. They'll have leather items that are very high value as far as like Civil War items or any type of antique items, or museums that we sell to. We want to just be sure that we're giving them the highest quality product that's safe for their leather.
And the company has over 35 years experience in the leather industry. Why the decision to move on into the wood care as well? Is this something more of a recent approach?
Well, actually, the company started first with the wood care. My stepfather founded the business. He has a chemical background, so he was approached to see if he could formulate something to treat a 200-year-old waterlogged canoe that they had recently excavated. So that's how penacryl started, and that's our most popular wood treatment. And what that does is it's a stabilizer, so it stabilizes waterlogged wood, and then we have found that we've tested it on green wood, so it also stabilizes green wood and prevents it from cracking and checking.
Waterlogged, I mean, are we talking about items like canoes and you name it?
Exactly. Canoes. I just had a call this week from a collector who was diving in a Civil War site who just excavated 3 or 4 Enfield rifles, and they're all waterlogged. And what happens with waterlogged wood, as soon as you remove it from the water, it starts deteriorating. So you have to put a product on there that will stabilize it.
So really preservation is what it's all about.
Exactly.
I mean, quite interesting. We're talking about small handheld items up to furniture or even as large as log cabins.
Exactly. We have customers who use, it's a stabilizer similar to our penacryl. It's called our log and beam treatment, and that's used on interior logs inside of homes, and what that does is stabilizes the green wood and prevents it from checking as it dries.
We can't share all the products, but I'd like you to share at least your most popular wood product. What would that be and how does it work?
That's our penacryl, and how it works is you completely saturate the green piece of wood you're working with, and as the wood dries, the penacryl displaces the moisture that's in the wood. So the penacryl is pushing the water out, and it leaves a thin coating on the wood cell walls. So thus, it prevents the wood from shrinking. And since the cell walls are not collapsing, it's not going to cause checking or cracking or irregular drying in the wood.
Interesting. A lot of background, a lot of chemical background goes involved here when you're talking about caring for the different types of wood. I mean, it'd be one thing if you guys were dealing with one type of wood, but it's a pretty wide gamut that you have to deal with.
It is, and it's a wide gamut of people who use our product as well, because we've got wood churners, we've got wood carvers, we've got furniture makers, log home builders, and each piece of wood is so unique. That's why we have technical advice that we provide to our customers as well.
That is great. And so once again, like you said, we're talking about non-toxic. You're very proud of that fact that we're talking about no harmful fumes, no odors that are going to annoy a person. I'm looking at a pine fragrance behind me. I love the smell of pine. Is that one of your popular products?
It is, especially around the holiday time.
Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you're going to find, first of all, a little bit of history of the company here. Quite extensive background, like she said. The founder there had a background in chemicals and therefore figured out a way that they could treat some wood, also treat leathers, and obviously if it's good enough for the museums all around the nation, it's obviously good enough for your collection as well. Make sure also to check out the testimonials. People swear by the product there. They've been written up on many product reviews there as well. I mean, the caring of leather and of wood has to be literally thousands of years old. I mean, that service alone. Is it quite interesting that you're able to bring today's technology and innovations to continue making a great product? It
is, because our penacryl product is very unique. There's nothing else like it on the market today.
Is there anything out there of folks who possibly are looking at, maybe they've tried another product before and it didn't work out too well for them? Do you recommend a phone call, an email? What's the best way to reach out to you?
Either way, whatever convenient. There's people who prefer email or there's people who prefer to use the phone. So either way, we're available, and we do have a technical person who's available as well.
Wonderful. Last time, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. You can actually order this product right online right there. We're talking about available for you in many different sizes of containers, all the way up to 55-gallon drums if that's what you need. Just give them a call and they'll figure out how to ship that and get it out to you. Remember, that is Preservation Solutions, innovative and time-tested. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.
The emotional toll that financial stress can bring is why we offer debt relief services. Attorney Kevin Heifel has served over 5,000 clients. His qualified staff in each location understands how liberating it is to have your debt eliminated and your credit restored. We give you the personal attention you deserve, like we have for thousands of satisfied clients. We help good people like you get out of debt.
full-service barbershop that caters to men's unique style and personality. Stylists are trained in shaving, haircutting, beard trimming, and designing, shampooing, and styling. Escape into a world of total comfort, relaxation, and rejuvenation. Treat yourself to an experience of a quality haircut, face shaves with a straight razor or safety razor, massage therapy, manicure, pedicure, color, or wax performed by the specially selected Knockouts girls. Indulge yourself with a unique Knockouts cut, style, or other grooming service. Our first-class service includes today's most advanced coloring and hair management techniques and products. Our staff are specially selected and your services are assured. As always, walk-ins are welcome. Don't leave your appearance to just any salon. You deserve the best in men's hair care and grooming. Knockouts, the best place for men's hair care and grooming.
This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in the beautiful mountains up above Golden, Colorado. We are here with the owner of Cumulate. Since 2005, they have been providing relevant messages to a targeted audience, therefore capturing responses for companies throughout Denver, nationwide. Let me start out first of all, as the owner of the company here, what is it that got you involved in this type of industry?
I started out in sales, selling database information, newspaper advertising, print advertising, and then from sales, I have a creative sort of bent, flair, and moved into the marketing area.
Let me ask you this, why are companies today more concerned about focusing that marketing dollar towards one area? And is that something you basically are providing for folks, a way to really target in?
Well, in business to business, as in consumer marketing, we are seeing a lot of push for more budget and more emphasis on social media, internet marketing, web marketing. It's just becoming more studied and common. In the business industry, they're seeing a lot of social marketing use for customer service and for customer insights and to add value out there in the marketplace. So that's something that I incorporate when I'm building a marketing plan or looking at the value proposition. We go out there on social and do listening and conversations and comment on certain areas of value that a company might be focusing in on, like.
I mean, right now as consumers or even business owners, we are bombarded every day, 24/7 with advertising, be it in the traditional media, and quite honestly, the old adage of, repetition is king. It works, but if the message is not relevant, we tune it out. I mean, 100%. Is that what you're finding out there as well?
That is an area that I try to focus in, and that is helping a company to communicate their value and saying it one or two times instead of bombarding customers or prospects with the same message over and over, helping them and changing the messaging as they move through the sales cycle, especially in a business to business.
So you're really taking more of a strategic approach here instead of a hopeful approach that the more mud you throw on the marketing wall, you hope some sticks. You're really taking more of a shotgun or rifle approach here than concerned with just throwing it out there.
Exactly. It's all about targeting. And in the business marketplace, you can get very targeted for less money than you can in the consumer marketplace. And businesses are looking at kind of a new trend is the account-based marketing. And account-based marketing would include those characteristics of a customer on their web searches and on their use of the web and visits to your website. And it's called a business buyer persona. And then taking that business buyer persona and matching it up against traditional profiling, which would include company size, industry, who is it in the company that is all the target buyer management levels that you are looking for.
So really, you get to know your client's customers sometimes better than them. I mean, you're digging in really deep and finding out who they are, what they are, and therefore, once you do that, you're able to create a relevant message that really speaks their language.
Absolutely. And that's the frustrating part for some people is just say, hey, I want to do a brochure or a mailing. Right. But they haven't really gone through the work to decide what this message is going to be that's going to set them apart and resonate with their target audience. And so that's where I spend a little bit more time, is focusing in on that value proposition. There's a lot of steps that can be involved, everything from interviewing customers, doing research on the web, listening and commenting on social, and a lot of secondary research. Or you can go as simple as, let's sit down with the executive group and work through some exercises and worksheets until we come up with what I would call the master document from which the creative messaging will be drawn.
Quite honestly, you've got this message that you put together. Once the message is there, put it in a form of a white paper or something very interesting, really educational for the people that are reading it. How do you now get the consumers to seek out that message?
Well, you're talking about demand generation, and that's what they call it in the business-to-business world. It's just getting people to realize a need for your product. Yep. And there's a lot of times that two-step sales process. If you're in new tech, new innovation, there's the first step is to educate about the value of the product and what it will do. And it's a new technology, and so sometimes that's a little disruptive. But then once that is done, you've also got to prove that your solution is the best. So there's other things besides just the characteristics of the product. There's how you service, and are you going to be able to service this new technology, and can you deliver to my customer or data center.
Wow, so there's quite a bit of psychology at play there when you're talking about people and attracting those people. I mean, quite honestly, it can be as simple as putting a carrot out there like a question on Twitter, and then basically the answer is in the white paper, so they go seeking after it.
Putting a question out there on Twitter can help you determine what people need, what customers are wanting to learn more about. You may have just a ton of information, but you haven't thought of it as something that's real customer facing. And so it helps to listen and make comments on what they're saying about your product or your industry. You can develop your own content from that.
Interesting. So once these people actually are responding out there, therefore you're getting an email address per se, and once you've got this, you're now able to shoot them some relevant messages that are no longer disruptive because it's really something they're interested in.
It is. Definitely we want to have people self-nominate to become prospects. So, and a lot of times that's what happens. Most people, they will not just give their email address away freely. There's got to be some value there and real interest. And once they download your first white paper, if they love that, sky's the limit. But you really do have to make sure that it's a value-added information and that it is focusing around your key value proposition.
Once you've got them, you're speaking their language, now they're open to webinars, seminars, contests, even ads. Then they're open to that because of the fact that you're really targeting, going after what the consumer or another business is actually looking for. Exactly.
So you are taking it to new media like webinars, and one of the main drivers in B2B right now is streaming video, because a lot of people are looking at your message on their phones or in a trade show or out and about away from their computers.
Obviously, though, we have traditional media as well. Are you able to delve into traditional media as well as the more alternative approaches?
Whatever type of media that has been chosen as the best place to reach those business buyers will be a part of the mix. And it's my job to find the proper and best partner and contractor to work with.
Like you said, you've probably seen a real change, if you will, in the years that you've been involved in marketing, sales. Like you say, people are using much more of the new media. Do you enjoy the new media itself, internet and social media, because of the fact that you can track it, you can analyze it, and you can really come back with a nice report for your clients?
I think that social is something that direct marketers like myself have been praying for a long time. It's just so much more accountable and than some of the more traditional media. And I've been dealing with databases and database marketing and being accountable for since the beginning of my career. So I love seeing it. And it's the new challenge in B2B marketing with the mix of integrated media is to still bring it all back to how they can sell certain accounts and how they can add value in certain accounts. So they want to integrate the buyer, the persona, the web persona with your traditional account information. And that's really a new thing.
Kind of an exciting time to be part of actually marketing right now with so many different avenues you can go into. What you explained to her is you're really a project manager. You're basically taking an efficient model that you have put together. So really the owners, the workers, they can focus once again on their product or their service. They can focus on what they're good at.
That is so important because a lot of people want to do some of the marketing themselves.
Right.
And that's, across the board, everybody feels like it's my company. I know what's going to sell to my customers. But that's where we do the discovery process about your company, about your business, and not only things that are customer facing, but I try to go a little bit deeper with things that you might take for granted, but are differentiators to someone that's trying to buy the product, and making that an important, unique feature of your service, whether anybody has yet before or just it hasn't come to surface yet. But people, like they say, there's the millennial approach, which is a lot more information. People are spending 75% more time on the web researching and deciding what they want before they even contact you. So you're all ready.
You basically have to be at that right moment, right time of really capturing them, bringing something relevant to them as well. It's a great service. Folks, take a look at the bottom of your screen right there. What you're going to see is the website. On the website, you're going to learn a little bit more about the company, get an overview of some of the services they're able to provide there for you. Keeping in mind, they can work with traditional media. Their specialty is that in alternative media. Very exciting technology going on right now that you can tap into. Your company can enjoy the benefits of getting some of the responses and the success that you're getting by doing this. Also, check out their contact right there on the bottom of the screen. Email them, give them a call, and she'd be glad to sit down with you, discuss over the phone what it is you're trying to provide, what the service is, but more importantly, take a look at your own database and finding out who your customer is. That is cumulative. Add results. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.
Canine Rehabilitation and Conditioning Group leads the industry of animal rehabilitation, and our caring team will help your dog or cat to feel stronger, move better, and get back into the game of life. Our rehabilitation experts are leading the industry of restoring quality of life to geriatric, injured, overweight, post-operative, and neurological or otherwise compromised dogs through physical therapy and integrative veterinary approaches.
Until next time, if you know of a business who you feel the whole city should know about, nominate them, we'll send a reporter out. This is Gary Atencio from CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.